Hello, everybody. This is me, Ice Fiction. And this is my face. It changes all the time with shaving and cutting my hair and stuff like that. Um, I want to do a series. I want to call it Untap, Upkeep, Draw. And it's basically just going to be like a blog or like a podcast style videos. um, I want to do this, I don't know, once a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe once a month. It's really going to depend on um, the topics that I can come up with to talk about, uh, any free time that I get with my work schedule and stuff like that. Um, but the series is basically just going to be me talking about magic, just in general, different things with magic, um, stuff like that. Um, Today, I would like to uh, talk about me, kind of. Um, I want to go over kind of like how I got into magic, what makes me keep playing, and things like that. Um, so, this is episode one of Untap, Upkeep, Draw. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see how this thing goes. Uh, I got into magic because at my work there was a group of guys that got together twice a week or so to play Commander. And growing up, I was always a sports person. I played soccer for 15 years. I've wrestled for 8 years. Um, I always considered myself kind of a jock. Um, and when I started working where I work, and found out that some of the guys there got together a few times a week to play, they tried to convince me to start, and it took them a while. I've been playing for probably about 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, going on 3 years now. I think somewhere in that time frame, 2 to 3 years, um, and prior to that, it probably took them a good year or so of they tried to convince me to come out and play and learn how to play Magic and stuff like that. Um, when I finally did decide, I started by playing Arena, which is the mobile version. I played it on my phone, and that kind of just taught me the basics of how to play Magic in general. It was really fun for a while, and then I got the basics down pretty much, and from there I convinced myself to go and buy cards. And I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know what I was doing whenever it came to buying the cards, but I decided to give it a shot and make it work. And I bought I want to say it was a one of the new Capena booster box. That comes with the bunch of it comes with the spin down. It comes with a bunch of foil cards and a bunch of packs and stuff like that. I bought that thinking that I bought a deck, not knowing that it was just a bunch of random packs and just a bunch of random cards. I go to one of my buddies that I work with, and I was like, "Hey, I just bought this box, and I think I'm ready to come out and play, and blah 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 blah." And he was like, uh, "Unfortunately, that's not a deck. That's just a bunch of random cards. You need to find something that says Commander Deck on it." So I go back out to the store like 2 or 3 weeks later, and I found a pre-con. Um, it was
Unknown caller.
I forget which one it was. I know the commander was Anawan. It was a rogues deck. It was black and blue. Um, and I bought that and just started messing around with that. Um, First thing I did immediately, with having no idea what I was doing, was I started going through the cards that came in the deck, and then the cards that I had from that booster box that I bought, and took a bunch of cards out from the deck and put a bunch of cards in. Had no idea what I was doing. It wasn't synergized at all. It was completely random and didn't make any sense. So I buy it, or I do that, and then I go to one of the spots to play, and I play it. I lose immediately. Like, the deck was not good. I should have left it alone, but I didn't. And then I forgot what cards I took out, what cards I put in, and I lost. Part of the reason why I lost was because um, part of the initiation, I guess you could call it, was everybody targeted me just to kill me. You know what I mean? And yeah, I was cool with it. I was there just to have fun and kind of get more experience with playing and stuff like that. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Right. Um, and that kind of leads me into my second topic on this. Okay, that is what draws me to keep playing Magic. Um, the idea of you know my group of playing partners that I have, both at the LGS, and then we go to some individual people's houses every now and then as well to play. Um, the the politicking, the just the fun vibes that we all have. We're always laughing. We're always cracking jokes. Um, Whether we're winning or losing, nobody gets upset or offended. You could be the target for no reason. You could be the target because you're the threat. Um, but it's more of just like the idea to of spending time with people that you care about, and people that you just enjoy being around, um, and then also the politicking side of Commander. I personally, I don't care for the 60 card formats. It doesn't matter if it's modern, legacy, standard. I don't care for it too much. I do have I think it's a modern deck. I forget which one rotates and which one doesn't. But I have a 60 card format. It's a mono red burn deck, um, just for uh, the random times when nobody shows up to the card shop except for maybe one player playing a 2v2 or a 1v1 commander game is kind of weird. Um, I definitely prefer there to be more than one or more than one opponent whenever you're playing, unless it comes down to just you know in a game of four and it gets down to a 1v1 situation. But that's basically what it is. You know what I mean? The overall joy that my group has whenever we're playing. Nobody gets offended. You can be targeted for no reason, and it's just all fun and games, right? Nobody really everybody takes it serious, but nobody's taking it like serious. Um, we don't necessarily play it as if it's a tournament or a CEDH or anything like that. We're just there to have fun, play the game, and then go home. And that's what keeps me playing Magic. Um, my next topic is my favorite card and deck currently. Um, I feel like for everybody that kind of changes, from set to set or deck you build, stuff like that. Um, I'm kind of torn on this one. Um, in one of my deck list videos, I went over my bear deck, which was Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. I actually have the deck completed. I bought all the cards. Um, I have all the cards. I think I have all the tokens as well that I needed for it. Um, but it's Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. It's my bear deck from Bloomborough. Um, trying to get it without the glare, and I don't think I'm going to. Um, I think I think this is my favorite deck. I'm kind of torn between this one. It's either this one or I built a Lord of Pain deck. Now the Lord of Pain deck is basically just the precon from Duskworn. I did swap out the commander. I took Volgavath out, put in the Lord of Pain as the commander. And I did also take out a couple cards and put in some cards um, to be able to cast stuff for free. Um, so my favorite deck is going to be one of these two. As far as my favorite card, um, let me see if I can find it real quick. The card is called Ice Flow. It saved me a game after I built after I got all the cards I started playing in. Um, with this Lumra deck, I played it, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 times so far, and it is absolutely hysterical to play. I don't do anything except for build a big old bear. Um, but I have a card in here. It's called Ice Flow. Ah, there it is. It is like a 10-cent card. It's not that expensive, and I really don't understand why more people don't play this card. Um, I was playing against a deck that had a Hydra in it that had landfall, and every time you played a land, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. And I had Ice Flow on the battlefield. Okay, it's an old card. There you go. Ice Flow. You may choose not to untap Ice Flow during your untap phase. Tap tap Ice Flow, and then tap target creature without flying that is attacking you. As long as Ice Flow remains tapped, that creature does not untap during its controller's untap phase. I think that this is my favorite card as of right now, only because it was absolutely hysterical for me and the person that I ended up targeting, who had that Hydra. And he tried to swing at me. At the time, it was only like a 15-15 or something like that. It wasn't too crazy. I tapped it down and didn't untap the rest of the game. He still had a bunch of different triggers that he ended up doing. That creature never left the battlefield. The entirety of that game, it never left the battlefield, which was absolutely mind-boggling to me because there was no removal. Like nobody targeted it after I tapped it. Like after I used the Ice Flow, it just sat there on his battlefield, tapped the rest of the game. And by the time the game was over, it was like a 64,000 creature. Like it was absolutely ridiculous, but it was hysterical. The guy who played that card was laughing his ass off the entire time. I was laughing hysterically because every time he played a land, which he was able, I think by his last turn, he was laying like 4 or 5 lands a turn, and um, he had like a bunch of different triggers that like when a +1/+1 counter gets put on a creature, double it. So, like weird stuff like that. So he was doubling the amount of counters every single time he put a land on the battlefield. Um, Again, it was absolutely hysterical for me. Um, it was funny for that guy too. He was laughing uh, along with me because he still was doing the trigger even though his creature was useless at that point. Um, so the decks, I really like my Luma deck, only because it's quirky, it's funny, um, and yeah, like that's just it's what I like. I don't know. I'm weird whenever it comes to my decks and stuff like that, which actually kind of goes into my next topic, um, ironically, which is how I play Magic. What are my goals whenever I'm playing Magic? What's my play style whenever I'm playing Magic? And both of them are kind of the same. Okay, when I'm playing Magic, I'm there for fun. I'm not there to win. I don't care if I win or lose. I don't care if you target me. None of that makes any difference to me. I'm there just to have fun. A lot of my decks that I built, they're just weird, right? It's they I find a card and uh, like kind of make it my own, right? Like Lumra. Its power and toughness is equal to the amount of lands you control. When I seen that, my first thought was 99 lands. Just put 99 lands in that thing and call it a day. Hopefully, at some point, you get 99 lands on the battlefield and you have a big bear. Um, so that was my thought process. I was like, okay, that's 99 lands. That's where I started. Um, and originally the original plan was 99 basic forest. Call it a day. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, when Luma enters a battlefield, you mill 4 cards, and then you return all land cards to the battlefield. So then I was like, okay, well, let me find as many sack lands as I possibly can. Um, and I think right now the current deck list has 45 basic forest, and the rest of the cards are sack lands or something along those lines. Um, I do have 3 artifacts in there, so it's not quite 99 lands, but it has the same idea of it. Um, so like my playstyle is just weird. I do weird things, and that's what I enjoy. It makes the game more enjoyable for me because I'm just out here doing random stuff that makes absolutely no sense. My Obeka deck that I have, right? The the goal of that deck is to have either specifically Ancient Silver Dragon, which allows you to draw cards. Whenever it attacks, you roll a d20 and draw that many cards, right? And the idea of it is to give it Myriad and then attack with 4, roll a d20, and draw that many cards. Which I've only ever been able to do one time, where I attacked 3 players, and I think I ended up drawing like 54 cards or something like that. It was absolutely hysterical, and I loved it. Like that, I was like, this is my goal. Just get Ancient Silver Dragon, give it Myriad, and swing and draw 50 cards. Like that is what I want to do. Um, so like when I that like that's kind of my playstyle. You know what I mean? Like my Bruce Taro deck is kind of that same idea. Um, it's the whole purpose of that deck is to build a wall of cows. That's all I want. If you're not familiar, Bruce Taro, roving rancher, says when he enters or attacks, you exile the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you create a 2/2 ox token. I call the oxes cows because they're basically cows anyway. Um, and there's 68 lands in there. So the whole purpose of that deck is to um, get him on the battlefield and create as many cows as I can. I have a bunch of ways to flicker him. I have a bunch of ways to give extra combats. I have all the white token doublers slash triplers. You know, I have Anointed Procession, Elish Norn, um, Mondrak, Glory Dominus. Like I have everything that I need to do that. I have a Roaming Throne in there to double the triggers. I have um what's there's another artifact that does it. I forget what it is. You pay to tap it and copy the triggered ability or something like that. I have that in there. Illusionist Braziers, that's what it is. Um, and like the whole purpose of that deck is to just create cows. Like I don't swing with them 99% of the time. I'm just there to create cows. That's all I'm trying to do is just see how many cows I can create and call it a day. Um, Again, when I'm playing, like I'm not there to win. I'm just there to do weird stuff and have fun. Make the table laugh. That's what I want to do is just make the table laugh. I've never really considered myself as a comedian or anything like that. I don't think that I'm that funny, but I definitely try to make people laugh. It's just the way I am. And my last topic that I want to go over is my future in Magic. What I kind of look for, what I would like to do, stuff like that. Um, my future in Magic kind of looks like this. Um, I would love, I would love to kind of. This is a long shot, but I would love to kind of travel a little bit to be able to play. I would love to make it out to the Magic Cons and play. I would love to obviously be on one of the well-known Magic shows like the Command Zone or Commander at Home, Elder Dragon Hijinks, Tolarian Academy, something along those lines. Like I would absolutely love to do that. Um, I would really like to uh, kind of do what I can to kind of get to that point. Um, joining the Patreons of those shows kind of helps. Um, you know, dream big, I guess. Um, but alongside that, I also like I want to be able to start like tournaments around here. Um, where I live in Pennsylvania, there's a bunch of card shops. I think from my house, in a 30-minute driving window, there's probably like 25 to 30 different card shops that you can go to be able to play Magic. They all do Magic one day a week, basically, or Commander one day a week. I would love to be able to kind of host a Commander tournament, um, whether it's um, I would love to be able to host a tournament and get as many people to come and play. Um, I would really you know enjoy being able to do something along those lines. I know there's a lot of work that goes into stuff like that. I know it's not going to be sanctioned by Magic. It would be absolutely great if it would be, but there's a lot of things that go into it that I know I'm physically and mentally not prepared for. Um, but that's kind of what I look for uh, in the future. Um, Being able to do things like that, I think would be a blast. Um, I have a dream pod that I would love to play against, and it's a group of people from different shows that you can watch online. Um, Brian Kibler, I think he's kind of at the top of everybody's list of people that they want to play with. He's very knowledgeable. Um, Plus, I love watching him play. Um, he's he's funny. He's quirky, kind of like me, and he's there to win, which I'm not. I'm just there for the fun. But I think he would be cool to play against. Um, Lynch from I Hate Your Deck. He's another one that I would love to play against. That guy just seems like he is an absolute ball to play against or play with. Um, he's funny online, and I think that would be just kind of a dream come true. And then the last one is Josh Lee Kwai. And they're not in any particular order. Again, Josh, he's very knowledgeable whenever it comes to Magic in general, and I think just playing against those guys would be kind of, I don't want to say life changing, but like that you would learn so much from it. And that's kind of my dream pod. Uh, maybe one day if I can get out to MagicCon, I could try to convince them to do a pod with me. But um, again, kind of dream big and shoot for the stars in situations like that. Um, I do look forward to some of the new sets that are coming out. I would really like to see um, more of the Marvel stuff come out. I know they came out with like a snippet of it with releasing those handful of cards back in I think November or something like that is when they came out. I would really like to see more of that, as well as more Assassin's Creed stuff. I think that was a good set. I really enjoy a lot of those cards, um, and yeah, I look forward to see what the vehicles look like and the next set that's coming out. I think I forget what set it is, but I know there's a set that's all about vehicles basically. I look forward to that, um, and just enjoying to see the different types of commanders that I can come up with in the future. Um, I generally don't look into sets that much. I wait for shows like the Command Zone and stuff like that um, to kind of go over sets. I really enjoy listening to the Command Zone whenever they're talking about the different commanders that come out, which are basically just the legendary creatures that aren't already commanders in the precons in the set that comes out. Uh, that's where I get most of my ideas from. Bruce Taro was that way. Lumra was that way. Just kind of listen to them, find a card that I like that I would love to kind of turn into my own thing, and then turn it into my own thing. I know with Lumra, when the Command Zone did it or was going over it, they both. I think it was Rachel Weeks and Jimmy Wong. Um, I think they were the ones that were doing it, and they kind of agreed you want somewhere around like 40 to 45 cards or 40 to 45 lands for that deck, and I was like, absolutely not. There's got to be 99. And then kind of the same thing with Bruce Taro. They said you want somewhere around like 40 lands in there, and I was like, absolutely not, 99. And then kind of turned it into my own thing and broke it down a little bit further than that for both of those decks. Um, but yeah, that's what I look forward to. That's my future goals for Magic, I guess you could say. Um, and I really look forward to all of that. Seeing what kind of weird stuff I can make happen in the future. Um, like I said previously, I'm gonna try to post a video like this once a week. I know I have to make a deck list video for the Lord of Pain yet. I think I'm still missing one or two cards. It's not 100% done, but it's playable as of now. Um, so I want to go over that as well. Um, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Depending on how many views this gets and stuff like that, kind of will determine what I do in the future whenever it comes to the YouTube side of this. Um, but until then, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna shoot for probably next Friday ish is my goal for it. We'll see what happens, but uh, I'm trying to shoot for once a week, preferably. I have some ideas for I think this video and I think two more videos for this series, and then also my deck list video I also want to do some more gameplay videos as well. I really enjoy playing Spell Table, because it gives me a different perspective on things. I haven't really had a bad experience with Spell Table yet, but I do enjoy playing against decks that I'm not used to, and I think that's what I enjoy the most about Spell Table is that my LGS, it's kind of the same decks almost every single week that you play against, and it varies from time to time, but generally speaking, you're playing against kind of the same decks. So being able to play on Spell Table really helps with that. Kind of breaks up that monotonous of playing the same decks. Um, so that's going to be the future of the YouTube side of this stuff. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. Please like and subscribe, or just put the video on mute in the background while you're cleaning or whatever. Um, uh, any little bit will help. So I appreciate you guys, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.